Thank you, Aracelys. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm very fortunate that I ran into this lady. I just met her, I think, last week. Yes, and I was very impressed with the kind of work that she does, and I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us. My name is Inez Huerta. I am with a nonprofit organization, Administration of Resources and Choices. We're a HUD-approved housing counseling agency that works with the Arizona Department of Housing in the Attorney General's office and home retention programs. Back in 2009, when the economy crashed, unfortunately we saw a lot of people that lost their homes to foreclosures because of loss of income or reduction of income. And a lot of the properties were also upside down with a lot of negative equity. So many homeowners just decided to either sell or just let the property go. Fortunately, after that, a program was created. It's called the Hardest Hit Funds. That's how it's known nationwide. And in the state of Arizona, we named it Save My Home Arizona. The funds are administered by the Arizona Department of Housing, and our job is to be the bridge between the homeowner and the funds. So with this program, we can help families keep their home. We can provide up to $100,000 of assistance. It seems kind of weird, and it's really outrageous figures, but it is true. I have seen many certificates for $100,000, $80,000, $60,000, and believe it or not, I have seen some of those certificates expire because people do not follow through with the program. Some of the programs that we work with provide, we have different types of assistance. The overall cap is $100,000. We cure negative equity. That's one of the biggest things that we're doing right now. A lot of people we see that want to refinance, but the houses are upside down, meaning maybe the house is worth $100,000, but they owe $180,000. Well, we can give them $80,000. That way they can keep the property. And initially, when we started this program back in 2010, Arizona received $267 million for this program. We have until the end of 2017 to use the funds, or we have to return it to Treasury. So we're doing our best efforts to try to pass the information on to the community to make sure that we use these funds. Another one of the components of the program is that we provide monthly assistance. We do see that after the economy crashed, a lot of people are having a hard time going back to the same income they used to have. And so many of our clients are what we call underemployed because they're not making enough money. In that case, what we do is the homeowner makes a contribution towards their mortgage payment, whatever we determine that it's affordable. And the program can pay up to $2,000 a month or up to 24 months to give the homeowner enough time to find a job and to overcome their financial hardship. Sometimes we see that the first mortgage might be affordable, but there might be a second that's unaffordable. So we can eliminate seconds, pay them off up to $60,000. And we do it directly with the lender. We don't really negotiate if the homeowner qualifies. We just send a check. In some cases, I have run into situations where the second mortgage might be over the cap with $60,000. And so I do negotiate the second down to whatever we can pay. That way we can eliminate it. Another way we can help is sometimes when the homeowner had a financial hardship because, there was an unemployment hardship, and they might have been unemployed for a few months or a couple of years, etc. But they're now back in the workforce and the payment has become affordable. Well, if they were in arrears, meaning the mortgage, they fell behind on their mortgage, and maybe they didn't pay for a year or two, and they might owe $20,000, $50,000, $40,000, but now they can pay their mortgage. We will pay the arrears for them up to $60,000 to make sure they can stay in their home if the payment is affordable. If the payment is not affordable, then we put them in our monthly assistance program. That way they can have a little bit more time to look for a better job and try to keep their home. So since the program started back in 2010, we have helped numerous people in the state of Arizona, and we can work with anybody in the state of Arizona. We work with different counties. I outreach in the county of Yuma, Pima County. I mean, we're just all over. We do a lot of phone counseling because a lot of our clients don't live in the Maricopa County. So we always try to find events like this where we can reach out to the community and explain these programs a little bit, because unfortunately a lot of people are not aware of this, or they might think that it's a scam, because it sounds like it is. If somebody tells you that they can give you $100,000 and there's no catch, people think that it's a scam. So there is a catch. We put a 5-year lien against the property, and after that it becomes a gift, so the homeowner doesn't have to pay the money back. But if they sell the property within the 5 years, then they do have to pay the program. The reason we do this is because this money is intent for people who want to stay in their homes, and we don't want any investors trying to take advantage of it. So this is for people who really want to stay in their homes. And if anybody has any questions, my booth is out there. I'll be happy to try to help you as much as I can. Because we're a nonprofit agency, we don't charge for our services. We're federal funded, so all of our services are free. Besides the foreclosure prevention, we also do home buyer education and counseling. So if somebody is interested on buying a property, we can sit down with them and look at their expenses and set up goals and look at the credit, just to see how we can help them become a homeowner. And then we refer out to an agency that might have funds for them to use towards their mortgage payment. Do I need to explain all of this in Spanish? If we have anybody that is Spanish speaking only, they can go to my booth. Si hay alguien que necesita la información en español, puede ir a mi booth y ahí les explico con mucho gusto. But thank you so much for allowing me to be here.